Hi all, I am Archana Raju. In this video, I am going to explain about expert systems. What is an expert system? An expert system is a computer program that is designed to solve complex problems and to provide decision-making ability like a human expert. In artificial intelligence, an expert system is a computer system that emulates the decision-making ability of a human expert. Expert systems are designed to solve complex problems. Normally, expert systems are used in making business marketing strategic decisions, analyzing the performance of real-time system, configuring computers, and perform many other functions that normally would require the existence of human expertise. The history of expert system. An expert system is a part of artificial intelligence, and the first expert system was developed in the year 1970, which was the first successful approach of artificial intelligence. It solved the most complex issue as an expert by extracting the knowledge stored in his knowledge base. The system helped in decision making for complex problems using both facts and heuristics like a human expert. It is called so because it contains the expert knowledge of a specific domain and can solve any complex problem of that particular domain. These systems are designed for a specific domain such as medicine, science, etc. An expert system is divided into two subsystems, inference engine and knowledge base. The knowledge base represents facts and rules, and the inference engine applies the rules to the known facts to deduce new facts. Inference engine can also include explanation and debugging abilities. The first expert system was called Dendral. It was developed in early 70s at Stanford University. The performance of an expert system is based on expert knowledge stored in its knowledge base. The more knowledge stored in knowledge base, the more that the system improves its performance. One of the common examples of expert system is a suggestion of spelling errors while typing in the Google search box. Examples of expert systems are Mycin, Dendral, Pextus, Cadet. Mycin, it was based on backward chaining and could identify various bacteria that could cause acute infections. It could also recommend drugs based on patient weight. Dendral, it is the first expert system. This type of expert system is used for chemical analysis to predict molecular structure. Pextus, expert system used to predict the degree and type of lung cancer. Cadet, expert system that could identify cancer at early stages. Now we can see the working of an expert system. The strength of an expert system derives from its knowledge base. An organized collection of facts and heuristics about system domain is the knowledge base. An expert system is built in a process known as knowledge engineering, during which knowledge about the domain is acquired from human expert and other sources by knowledge engineers. The accumulation of knowledge in knowledge bases from which conclusions are to be drawn by the inference engine is the hallmark of the expert system. The next topic is the components of an expert system. An expert system mainly consists of three components: knowledge base, inference engine, and user interface. The knowledge base. First component is the knowledge base. The knowledge base contains the knowledge necessary for understanding, formulating, and solving problems. It contains domain-specific and high-quality knowledge. Knowledge is required to exhibit intelligence. The success of any expert system majorly depends upon a collection of high accurate and precise knowledge. The data is collection of facts and the information is organized as data and facts about the task domain. Data, information, and past experience combined together are termed as knowledge. Knowledge base consists of two components, that is, the knowledge base of an expert system is a store of both factual and heuristic knowledge. First one is the factual knowledge. It is the information widely accepted by the knowledge engineers and scholars in the task domain. Next one is the heuristic knowledge. It is about practice, accurate judgment, one's ability of evaluation and guessing. The second component is inference engine. Inference engine is known as the brain of expert system as it is the main processing unit of the system. It applies inference rule to the knowledge base to derive a conclusion or deduce new information. It helps in deriving an error-free solution of queries asked by the user. With the help of an inference engine, the system extracts the knowledge from the knowledge base. There are two types of inference engine: deterministic inference engine and probabilistic inference engine. Inference engine uses the below most to derive the solutions: forward chaining and backward chaining. Forward chaining is fact driven and backward chaining is goal driven. In forward chaining, it starts from the known facts and rules and applies the inference rules to add their conclusions to the known facts. Backward chaining. It is a backward reasoning method that starts from the goal and work backward to prove the known facts. The last component is user interface. It is an interface that helps a non-expert user to communicate with the expert system to find a solution. With the help of user interface, the expert system interacts with the user, take queries as an input in a readable format and passes it to the inference engine. After getting response from the inference engine, it displays the output to the user. In other words, it is an interface that helps a non-expert user to communicate with the expert system to find a solution. Expert system shells. Expert system shells. Many expert systems are built with the products called expert system shells. A shell is a piece of software which contains the user interface, a format for declarative knowledge in the knowledge base, and an inference engine. The knowledge and system engineers use these shells in making expert systems. A single expert system shell can be used to build a number of different expert systems. An example of expert system shell is a CLIPS. We have learned what is an expert system and its components. Now we are going to see the architecture of expert system. In the architecture of expert system, it contains many components like client interface, knowledge base editor, rule engine, rule translator, rule object classes, and expert system shell. We can see the functions of these components. The client interface processes requests for service from system users and from application layer components. The knowledge base editor is a simple editor that enables a subject matter expert to compose and add rules to the knowledge base. Next, the rule translator converts rules from one form to another, that is their original form to a machine-readable form. The rule engine or inference engine, it is responsible for executing knowledge base rules. The shell component or rule object classes. It is a container for object classes supporting. Next is the roles of individuals who interact with the system. There are many individuals interact with the expert system, like domain expert, knowledge engineer, user, system engineer, likewise. Domain expert, the individual who currently are experts in solving the problems. Here the system is intended to solve. The success of an expert system must depend upon the knowledge provided by the human experts. These experts are those persons who are specialized in that specific domain. The individuals who currently are experts in solving problems. The knowledge engineer, the individual who encodes the expert's knowledge in a declarative form that can be used by the expert system. Knowledge engineer is a person who gathers the knowledge from the domain expert and then codifies that knowledge to the system according to the formalism. The individual who encodes the expert knowledge in a declarative form that can be used by the expert system. User, the individual who will be consulting with the system to get advice which would have been provided by the expert. The last one is the system engineer. System engineer is The one who builds the user interface, designs the declarative format of the knowledge base, and implements the interface engine. Every system have advantages and disadvantages. Also, an expert system have its own advantages and disadvantages. Some of the advantages of expert system are following. Providing consistent solutions, provides reasonable explanation, overcome human limitations, and easy to adapt new conditions. The first advantage is providing consistent solutions. It can provide consistent answers for repetitive decisions, process, and task. As long as the rule base in the system remains the same, regardless of how many times similar problems are being tested, the conclusion drawn will remain the same. Provides reasonable explanations. It can clarify the reasons why the conclusion was drawn and be why it considered as the most logical choice among other alternatives. If there are any doubts in concluding a certain problem, it will prompt some questions for users to answer to process the logical conclusion. Next one is overcome human limitations. It does not have human limitations and can work around clock continuously. Users will be able to frequently use it in seeking solutions. The knowledge of experts is an invaluable asset for the company. It can store the knowledge and use it as long as the organization needs it. The last advantage is it can easy to adapt new conditions. Unlike humans who often have trouble adapting the new environments, an expert system has high adaptability and can meet new requirements in a short period. It also can capture new knowledge from an expert and use it as inference rule to solve new problems. Although expert systems does provide many significant advantages, it does have its drawbacks as well. Some of the drawbacks are lacks common sense, high implementation and maintenance cost, difficulty in creating inference rules, may provide wrong solutions. Lacks common sense. It lacks common sense needed in some decision making since all the decision made based on the inference rules set in the system. It also cannot make creative and innovative responses as human expert. High implementation and maintenance cost. The implementation of an expert system in business will be a financial burden for smaller organizations since it has high development costs as well as the subsequent recurring cost to upgrade the system to adapt to the new environment. Next disadvantage is difficulty in creating inference rules. Domain expert will not be able to always explain their logic and reasoning needed for the knowledge engineering process. Hence, the task of codifying our knowledge is highly complex and may require may provide wrong solutions. It is not error-free. There may error occur in the processing due to some logical mistake made in the knowledge base, which will then provide the wrong solutions. If you need any more information about expert systems, you can visit this site. As a conclusion, an expert system is an advanced computer application that implements to provide solutions to complex problems or to clarify uncertainties through the use of non-algorithmic programs, where normally human expertise will need. Expert systems are most common in complex problem domain and considered as widely used alternative in searching for solutions that require the existence of specific human expertise. So I conclude my video and thank you for watching.